back everyone to a cast of players, the Chronicles of Valtor, and our erstwhile adventurers have been approached by Sven Torgard, ostensibly a debt collector for gambling, but now it turns out is actually an agent of the Friend of Traistan, a Robin Hood-esque character, shall we say, through the area, who has requested that you take on a job pro bono to make up for your
supposed debt.
Incurring of debts, because you took 2 jobs instead of 1, and that's naughty. Shouldn't have done it.
I thought it was enterprising, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, he respects the hustle, pretty smart, but does not respect the being out of pocket. Yeah. So, you are tasked with going to the village of Arcport to find some of the Friend's missing agents. There's nothing untoward going on there as far as they are aware.
I mean, people going missing is pretty untoward.
Yes, but other than that, yeah?
Did you say 2 days ride away?
Yes.
We've not ridden before, everyone. This is very exciting. Have we? No, we've not ridden anything.
You walked.
We could. There'd probably be a stagecoach or something that we could get.
Yeah, very.
Some sort of
We're mobile for the first time.
wagon.
Practically leveled up.
Well,
Or we could get an airship or something, you know. Like
Oh, an airship.
we should have
There was a ship in the
make it
port.
not Gregor's mighty mercenary airship.
Ship in the port.
A
that
ship?
Yes.
Oh, we should
yeah,
have
well,
an
yeah,
airship.
right, which I very much wanted to commandeer.
Is it an airship?
Is Arcport a port?
it is a port
We could
fishing.
sail.
it's
We
a- So, Sven has, he's reached into his pouch and he's brought out a stack, like a folder, with a bunch of information on it. He's like, effectively, I'll give you the short version of it. You'll meet one of our other agents, Garrett Harpin, at the southern gate. He has horses and he will ensure that you get to Arcport. He will lead you the way. The people that you're looking for in the town itself, in Arcport, is a man who goes by the name of Victor Mattingham. It's not his real name, of course, but suffice it to say that's what you're looking for.
What does he look like?
Early 40s, dirty brown, red hair, brown eyes. He poses as a fisherman in the town. He's human, he's a male. The 2 agents that we sent, one was Larissa Philonin. She's a half-elf woman, mid-30s. She has... Philonin.
Philonin.
And when you say mid, in your world, elves live longer, right?
So she's a half-elf.
Okay.
So half-elves
I can...
effectively age at the same rate as humans, they just live a bit longer.
Gotcha.
Mid-30s, she's got bright blonde hair, green eyes. She has a scar that runs around her neck from a hangman's noose. So she'd probably keep that covered up if she was doing her job properly, which is being clandestine. And then there's Erwin Shineleaf. He's a gnome. Late 50s, jet black hair. He's got golden eyes. Quite a rarity, actually. Left hand is missing his pinky.
A gnome, is it?
A gnome says I, yes.
We haven't had the best success with gnomes.
Haven't we?
No.
No.
Thanks.
Same thing.
Oh, how dare you! How dare you! I'll write to Jortex right now!
You have the ability to go and get supplies from town if you so wish. Visit the alchemies, the armorers, weaponsmiths, gather your food supplies, whatever you have. There's no real time crunch on this, shall we say, although the sooner you leave, the better. As I say, Arcport is roughly 2 days' ride. The sooner you get there, the better.
Do you know what would expedite us leaving?
No, enough.
Put my hand on your shoulder. Stop.
So are gnomes different to halflings?
They
in
are, yes.
D&D?
So, yeah, so gnomes and halflings are different. In the world of Valtor, gnomes, halflings, and dwarves all make up the Neelan Republic, which is on the the eastern continent. They used to be effectively a client race of the Cahadril.
They wear little red hats.
I mean, some of them might wear a blue hat. Some of them might not wear any hats.
They're like gardens.
Some of them are gardeners. Some of them might not be.
They enjoy fishing.
I mean, yeah, some of them do.
Thing is,
How dare
halflings are like
you!
hobbits who also like gardens and, you know, little holes and stuff like that.
Are you having this conversation in character?
Yeah, no. no.
There's a bit more information in this dossier, effectively, about the town of Arcport. It was once a small fishing village. Still sort of is, but in recent months it's garnered some interest from more well-to-do families of the area because of a discovery of a spring deep within the islet that it's built upon. So effectively on the world map, which will probably pop up for you all right now, there's a small islet just off the coast. There's a bridge that leads to it where Arcport is, and a spring was found deep within this islet, which is purported to have revitalizing magics.
Right.
What is an islet?
A very small island.
Yeah.
Like a very small island. Like literally the only thing that's on this island
Is the spring?
is the town.
Oh, okay.
The spring will be in.
Often a lighthouse will be on an islet.
There is a lighthouse, yes.
Hey. There you go.
Is there any extra information I know about Arcport or the surrounding areas based on my father's books?
Make a history check.
Books!
19.
Yeah, pretty much everything that has been mentioned in the dossier, you are like aware of. The spring is relatively new information for you. Before the drought, so back when magic was there coming and going, and then during the drought, it kind of died. A lot of the trade and the military presence moved to the larger towns like Traistan, like Kinbourne, which is across the cove, effectively. These are now the two major port cities. It was never a big port, but it did have a industry built on fishing. So since the deluge, so the return of magic, it's died even more because who needs fishing when magic is back and you can, effectively use magic to do all kinds of crazy stuff. But the mention of this revitalizing magic, so you kind of go, that would, doing digs and things like that, finding these sorts of things, from your father's experience in books and whatnot, that a discovery like that does tend to have quite a big impact on the economics of the area, which tracks with them saying more well-to-do families. It also means that that's probably a lot of people being displaced.
And so that they would be selling water from this spring, effectively.
Well,
as a trade now.
The intent is that they want to turn it into some sort of resort town. So the mayor of it, village leader, that would be Franklin Estrup. If anyone's going to know what's going on there, it's probably him. It's not a big village, maybe 200 people maximum. Not large by any stretch of the imagination. So finding free people in there shouldn't be too difficult. Our concern is why they failed in the first place.
Failed to do what?
Failed to find Victor and failed to report.
And why was Victor there?
That is on a friend-to-know basis, and you are not his friend yet.
So all you want to know is where's Victor and where are the agents that you sent?
And ideally what happened to them, and for you to return and let us know, rather than you disappearing as well.
And if they turn up dead?
Then they turn up dead.
You don't want anything more than that?
Well, it's an unfortunate fact of the business that they found themselves in. The friend would like some semblance of closure upon it. If you can find out why, that would be marvelous, because then it means that he can send another contact there, another few agents there to reinvigorate what it was that he was doing there. If it remains a mystery, then he could be sending more men and women to the meat grinder, and that just won't do.
So if we do find him dead, we'll look into it a little bit more?
Hopefully that won't be the case. Maybe they've all just retired somewhere, but chance would be a fine thing. Look, we're under no illusions that they are most likely dead. The main concern is if they are compromised as well, i.e., do other people know why they were there?
Okay, I need some more specifics. Other people? Who are they trying to hide from?
Enemies of the friend.
Who are the friend's enemies?
Any members of the law?
As I say, the friend works somewhat beneath the law, and that puts him in direct conflict with the mayor of Traistan, and therefore the nobles of the area, and thus the crown. All of this becomes a bit of a problem when your entire business model is mercenary work. And what is the crown currently doing? Trying to remove it.
Was there a location of contact for this Victor?
Well, Victor posed as a fisherman, so the docks would probably be a good start.
Okay, no tavern, no...
There is maybe 2 taverns in the entire town.
Was he staying at either of them?
He lived. He was deep cover.
Right.
So he lived in the town, not in the tavern.
Do you have his address? Do you want us to do the job properly, or do you want to give us half the information?
It is not a case of me not wanting to give you the address, rather, I don't have it.
Strange.
Victor was deep cover, you see. The less people that knew what he was doing...
It's on a need-to-friend basis.
Correct.
Okay.
And
friend
I
to
am
know.
not that close. I am simply a messenger. I accept my lot. I would suggest you do the same.
And when do you want us to leave?
Well, that is entirely your choice. The sooner the better, because the sooner it's done, the sooner you can get onto perhaps more lucrative work.
I think we'll be leaving today.
Probably wise.
Feeling fresh.
I have one piece of business I need to attend to, but it shouldn't take too long.
You may attend to whatever
Right, it looks
business you need to.
inquisitively.
That's fine. I will tell you now, the business that you can attend to will also be leveling up to level 4. Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah! Everyone's leveled up? Yay! Leveling up is fun, but you know what else will be fun? Going on another adventure.
Yeah.
So you have some time during the day if you want to go and do stuff in town to replenish supplies, buy wine, do a secret task, whatever you're up. I know what you're
doing
up
a
to.
secret task. What is it?
Please, let's go round in a circle and explain what we're doing before we do.
Okay. Right, what is it? Right, we need to go and get supplies, as you have said to our friend several times, who's not helping. What is it we need to do before we depart?
Well, first of all, I think we should probably buy some sort of consolatory prize for the Mrs. Fitzgerald to be completely snubbed.
Yeah.
Would you like to come with me on that adventure? You seem to have somewhat of a connection with the poor woman.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Make sure she's okay. We did forget to go to her dinner party after all.
Maybe some toys for the children?
Let's not go that far. I'll buy her some wine. I'm not made of money.
Children can't drink wine.
Yes, they can. It never did me any bad.
We did,
Never did me any bad. Me, I'm good, smart man.
That's my extra intelligence I just gained.
we did save them from a phantasmal death, so perhaps that will be enough payment for them.
Yes. Gunther, your not cheapest wine.
Sure. He goes off down the cellar to get you.
I am going to
You're
give
not-
you some extra gold coins to maybe grab some toys for the children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feels very strongly about it.
Yeah. Dorian actually doesn't even take the coin. He says, I'll do the right thing. And looks at him like, anyway, I will go with you. And yeah, I'll pick up along the way a couple of, little wooden carved toys for the markets. Get some supplies. Wine will be amongst it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some jerkies.
Yeah, I don't know
Or
if you two are
bacon.
coming with us or we'll just do that ourselves. or
I will meet you afterwards. I'm going to go and
route around the gardens and.
Well, actually, Mr. Funny Man, I've actually routed around the gardens already. I'm going to go and see an alchemist I might be aware of in the market. I found myself a little selection of shine wood, and I feel like I'm getting close to a new concoction. It's not quite right just yet. There's been some quite alarming problems with it, but I'm very close. Let's see if I can figure it out.
That
Kind
sounds
of
fascinating.
Well, all of these potions I make, they take time to perfect. As you can see, I'm but an old man, so the strength comes from the potions that I make, and I'm granted strength through them.
So what happens when it goes wrong?
Well, it depends. It could be all manner of things. Some of them are merely stomach upsets. Some of them are terrifying visits from monsters from other realms in my sleep. So,
In
you
yours,
know,
are they real
I
monsters?
take the good and the bad.
Or in your head? Monsters.
So you can synthesize your own strength from the potions you make.
Yes.
That's fascinating. And tell you what, after we give the wine to the widow, I'm going to go find you, because that sounds, I'd be intrigued about how you go about this.
I'd be very,
You wouldn't mind?
very happy to talk to you about it. Yes.
Marvelous.
Yes.
I would like to go for a walk with Arctoria, and then that does sound very interesting. I'll join you all after and see what happens with this grand potion making.
Well, it's splendid. Want to hear about my work? It's very nice. Lovely. Okay, that's good.
You drop off wine.
Would you like to come and?
Dorian's actually sort of looking at you can see he's been listening to what you're saying, and like he's realised for the first time what it is that you're actually doing. And he doesn't actually I don't look that happy. And then I look at your accoutrement and the various like herbs, and you've got all of this like these little sacks of weeds and God knows what, and you haven't you mushrooms.
Oh, you just reminded me. I keep breaking my glass vials from all of the fighting we're doing, so I'm going to try and find some wooden ones, a bit more durable.
Sounds very sustainable.
And sustainable, yes. Must look out for the environment.
So so after a while, Dorian looks at you and says, "So you take from nature and then you put your magic in it and hope for the best. Is that it?"
Not exactly, no. I mean, these things that I've made, the intention was never to create these things. It just happened to be that one day, after I was making something in my study, I was visited by creatures from another realm, and then here we are today. So, you know, I missed a bit of the middle of the story, but I just want to give you the short version.
Creatures from another realm.
Yes.
Physical creatures or in your head creatures?
No, well, this is what I'm trying to figure out. You see, I'm somewhat of a nomad, so I'm walking the lands trying to find things in nature that I can use to create these tonics and potions and things like that. To try to figure out exactly what is happening, because it feels like it's all quite potent, quite powerful. I just don't quite understand it yet. So part of my journey is trying to learn more and figure out what it's all about. But certainly the things that I've seen and the people that have come to visit me to grant me their power, it's been quite remarkable, really.
You're just creating more questions than answers.
Well, yes, that happens sometimes.
Could you stabilize the synthetic strength potion for sale?
Well, no. I mean, it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of concoction, you see.
Maybe we can work this out when we have a chat later, eh?
Well, yes, I wouldn't want to give you an upset stomach or have you visited from terrifying creatures from another realm.
Yes.
Dorian takes a visible step back from you.
Anyway,
Just keep
Come
your
for the
hands away
wine.
from me. That's like,
Wine and toys.
yeah.
You deliver them. She's not worried about the dinner. It's not a problem.
We apologise and say we were held up. We had to stay overnight in another job.
Slay dragons.
Which we unexpectedly.
She understands. The children are doing fine.
It's a very nice gesture you've done. Well done.
She appreciates. She takes the wine and the toys,
Yeah.
but she's like, you didn't have to. Like,
it's a marvelous vintage, the finest one I could purchase.
What are you going to do after that? Because these two.
Hang on, what are you doing?
Well, we're going to come
we'll get
round,
to
but
that.
just
Some secret thing.
We'll get to that.
that we
Secret
can just
mission.
establish where everyone is and when you're going to meet at the Southern Gate with this Garrett Harpen with his horses, so that you can go on your adventure.
Very excited
Well, on
about
the way
horses.
we've gotten supplies as well, so that was what we'd.
Meat
and-
your jerkies.
Yeah.
You could
We're
remove
probably having some wine.
Some gold from the coffers to account for that. We'll deal with all that later.
I've got loads of gold, I have.
Loads of money.
I had loads.
You had loads, and then you went gambling. Good thing you managed to find loads. So what are you going to do whilst these two venture off?
To form our retirement plan.
Well, I think by this point we would have just headed to the gates because we're assuming it was like what we're going to give
Just very
an
quick.
hour, 2 hours tops preparation time. Yeah, we'll go on to the gates.
The alchemy. Is there
no.
Is there anything in particular that you would like to do at the alchemist?
I've made up this thing that I found when I was foraging.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see if they know what it is.
If they know what you've made.
Yeah. Well, no, what this particular ingredient is.
And what ingredient did you find?
Shinewood.
Shinewood. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Could you
Not very much of it.
could you make a nature check for me, please?
Of course, it would be my pleasure. It's a 2.
Do you not get any pluses?
That's a good point. I mean, I don't think it's going to help.
Well, it might.
Now I doubled to a 4.
I rolled a 1.
Wow.
Okay.
You have arrived at the southern gate.
Yeah.
At this point, in the distance, you just hear a. We cut back to the alchemy store, but as you and this other alchemist, she takes off her glasses. It's completely covered in soot. She's like, "Blimey!
I'm just like,
I don't think that had quite the intended effect, did it?"
well, I'm going to mark Shinewood off.
Shinewood, more like boomwood. Am I right?
Yes, no, it's not helped.
No, it's not
It's
good.
not helped.
No, okay.
Shinewood is off the menu.
Well, whilst you're here, as a member of the alchemical arts, she does offer you a selection of healing tonics and potions at a reduced rate if you are interested.
Yes.
It would be 25 gold pieces per healing potion.
Yes.
Then there's a 50% discount.
Well, maybe I'll buy some. How many? What do they do?
Healing potion will heal you for 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2 at 50% discount.
Yeah.
It's practically free.
I like your logic.
It's
I
25.
psychically tell you to buy the lot.
She has 11
We'll pay you
Compensate
back.
I've only got 105 gold
Compensation.
pieces.
We'll pay you back.
I must have more than that.
Were we going to meet you briefly in the market before we headed to the gate?
How much
Oh
money
yeah,
have I
we
got?
were. Yeah.
How much money have you got?
I got loads of
Oh,
money.
I've stopped writing
You
it
lost
down.
all
I've
your
probably
money.
got minus money from all the debts I owe. but
How
that's
much have
fine.
you
I think I have 75, but I feel like I didn't add what we got from the house.
I don't think you two
105.
have added what you got from
Yeah,
the
because I made
fencing
us
of goods.
What did we
lots of
get
money.
from the house?
It was like 620 odd.
Yeah,
pieces.
I added-
You got rid of 180.
Because I immediately gave away mine to clear my debts.
Yeah.
But you guys.
So we have a
got
lot
loads.
of money.
So
So
there's
we
like
can buy
four,
loads.
you've probably got around about 400 gold pieces, so probably an extra 100 gold pieces each.
I will take 8 of them.
Okay. Please deduct the 200 gold pieces.
I shall. Thank you very
We have
much. Do you
8
have any wooden
Yeah, I've got
Bits.
405 gold
wooden
pieces.
bits.
I need to replace my vials and beakers. You got any wooden ones?
This is generally not the done thing though. Wooden vials. It would leak.
I keep. Well, they leak as well. My glass ones keep smashing.
Have you
and they
considered not
also
dropping
leak.
them?
Can the alchemist come with us for the rest of the journey?
Yes. Well, do you have? What else do you have?
I can send you some replacements.
Glass.
Yes.
Are they strong?
Industry standard. She's still covered in soot at this point.
I'll tell you what. I'll replace my glass ones. I'll take a couple of wooden ones as a test.
I don't have any wooden ones.
Oh, why did you say so?
I didn't say it. I said that's not normal.
Listen, I'm very busy. I'm fine.
I specifically said, why would I have wooden ones? They would leak.
Oh, yes. Right, well, I'll take some glass ones and I'll have 8 of the potions and I'll be on my way.
8 of the
I'm
potions.
terribly sorry about the mess.
It's quite all right. I'm quite used to it. Explosions everywhere, and yet not a drop to drink.
Oh, yes, well, you know. In our line of work in this economy, what can you expect?
I know.
Yes, right, well. It's lovely to meet. What was your name again?
Brenda.
Brenda? I know a donkey called Brenda.
Thank you.
Wait, was it Brenda?
Glenda.
Yeah. Well, you know. Well, thank you very much. Now, would you?
Take care.
Bye.
See you soon.
I think she wipes a bit of glass out of her cheek. If you could deduct another 2 gold pieces for the vials.
Just 2?
Yeah.
That was cheap. 602.
Surprised it's only intact after that.
You don't have 600 gold pieces.
No, I don't. I'll sort that out later.
Okay, very good. Right.
Put it on the tab.
What's Acacia doing?
Well, I'm gonna take Arctoria off with me on a little walk because I want to have a word with her. I want her to do something for me.
Okay.
I would like to...
She asks you, what are we doing?
Well, do you remember when we were younger and how much you used to love chasing rats?
Yes.
I think it would be incredibly fun for you to chase and catch some rats to leave in that stupid guardsman's house. Little rat infestation is just a small modicum of what he deserves.
She looks up at you. Bear in mind, you've put the eye patch on.
Yeah. Look, I don't appreciate that he tried to proposition us to kill a man. That was my understanding, is that he wanted us to disappear, the Denton, poor Denton, and then when we come back to stiff us off any reward anyway.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm surprised that you even balked at the chance of killing Denton.
I draw the line at murder.
Yeah. At this, she cocks an eyebrow,
Like,
which is impressive because she's a cat.
past mistakes excluded.
Wow.
I would like for you to just release some rats in his home. Look, you'll have fun. You love chasing rats.
I will have fun, yes.
And you like causing chaos.
I do love it.
And he did promise us misbegotten treasure, which we then didn't get. Something you don't like.
I do like misbegotten treasure. No, all right. You're very persuasive on this matter. She goes off hunting for rats.
Brilliant.
How long do you want to give her? Have you given her any timescale on this?
Meet me at the... is it the gatehouse we're going?
Yeah, Southern Gate, where you've been before.
Yeah, okay, meet me there in no less than an hour.
An hour for that?
I know how good you are at chasing rats.
I do like a challenge. She trots off towards some of the back streets of the town of Traistan. She will meet you at the gates. And you all arrive at the gates in varying places and times. And there is a man there standing just off to the side. You see 5 horses hitched to posts grazing on a large hay bale. He's tending to their manes. There's a simple chain shirt, leather jerkin. He's got a sheathed longsword by his side. He's wearing a nice feathered cap, long blonde hair tied back in a ponytail. As you approach, he turns around. Early 40s, pointed goatee, gives you an easy smile. Ah, my travelling companions, one assumes. Garrett Harpin at your service.
I like you immediately. I really like your cap.
Oh, thank you, sir. I like yours as well.
Thank you, yes.
He's a half-elf, for reference.
I immediately like him.
He's looking around. I take it you are all aware of the job at hand. It's nice to see that I'm not going on this venture by myself, but needs must, and I take it you've all ridden before.
Yes, indeed.
Yes?
Yes. Could you make a deception check, please?
Oh!
Yeah, he's like, marvellous. Well, everyone will get on our horses and we'll hit the road. Arcport is, yes, as I'm sure you've been told, maybe 2 days, a little bit longer if we push the horses. Well, let's not push them too much. There aren't any stops along the way, I'm afraid. I'm sure that will change, but at the moment we are going to have to slum it a little bit. The horses, he gives one a little pat on the side, strokes its mane. The horses will serve us well, as long as we serve them well. Shall we?
Yes. Before we go, I brought you all a gift. I'll give you each 2 of the potions.
Ooh.
Healing potions.
2 healing potions.
Would you like any recompensation? Would you like any money for it?
No?
How did your alchemy quest go? Success?
No!
Did you find the
Okay.
wooden vials?
I'm covered in soot.
Is your current visage perhaps part of the unsuccessful nature of your quest?
Yeah. Well, it depends how you define unsuccessful. I've successfully discovered that the shine wood is, in fact, not very good for what I need it to be. But I did get a good deal on these potions, so you know.
How much did it cost?
It was half price.
And you paid how much?
25 gold pieces, yes.
For both?
For, can't remember.
Looking at the 2
What
you've
I
just
did,
given me.
200 gold
25
pieces.
per vial.
Yes,
So 50 gold pieces.
but yes.
Dorian sort of...
Oh, don't worry about that. We're all in this together. We've had a few escapes and scratches and scars and scuffles, so we can just agree that we'll just not succumb to our wounds.
Very
That
kind
sounds
of you.
fair.
I'll take it as a sorry for the watch mistake the other night.
Ah, well, you know.
We also got jerky and supplies, so we'll divvy out the rations on the road as we go.
Marvellous!
No, so I nearly got my arm off, but, you know.
What? Oh, what? Yes, you did, but we need food for the journey. We can't let them starve.
Dorian hasn't let go of the watch.
Clearly.
Before we do go,
And he died. Sorry.
I would like to ask the name of my horse.
Okay, let me just pull up a name
To be
generator for
fair,
horses.
You did just say
Horsey McGee.
if you respect the horse,
Yeah.
we are respected in turn.
Oh, yeah.
I am a horse person.
Okay.
Chef.
One is called Moonsparks.
Oh,
be
that's
mine
one.
one.
Is
That's
called,
up your
one is called Argo. One is called Saffron.
I'm taking Argo.
One is called Chloe. And one is called Ripples.
I'll go
I'm
saffron.
definitely having Argo out there.
Oh, yeah.
I changed my mind. I want ripples.
Okay, he introduces you all to your horses. He mounts on to Moonsparks, and he's like, right, onwards then, gentlemen, milady, let us go to Arcport and find out what's going on here.
Between you and me, let's not him do the watch again, eh?
No kidding.
We can work this out, yeah.
It's all right, you can speak up, he can't hear us anyway.
Is there anything that you would like to do on your journey?
I would like to periodically make sure I'm patting my horse.
I understand, I respect it, and the horse appreciates it.
Thank you.
Ripples is having a great time.
Good.
Anything else?
No.
No? Just gonna ride in? Okay, very good.
Have a pleasant conversation with Garrett.
Sure. Yeah, he's for what you've kind of encountered and now know about the friend, he doesn't seem like the sort to be involved in clandestine dealings or anything like that. You can also tell, like, he really loves talking about horses. That's kind of what he wanted to do, but he, got to pay the bills. The day itself is clear and warm. There's barely a cloud in the sky.
Oh, lovely.
And although the sun has slowly begun to sunk lower as the summer has begun to draw to a close, the path to the coast breaks away from the main trade road a few hours down from Morton, which you passed through a couple of times now, in the opposite direction of the Arcport forest where you left the day before, and you approach Lake Tanneros, a large inland lake fed by a vast network of underground rivers. Now, whilst the Arcport forest and the lush sun-soaked farmsteads near Traistan lie behind you, before you is a vast plain of rolling hills and tall grass. The road that you tread runs alongside the swirling waters of Lake Tanneros. Its rocky outcrops and its dipping shoreline are more akin to like a stormy beachfront than like an inland lake. It's quite a turbulent one. Could you all make a perception check for me, please?
I'm always worried.
21.
Technically, I rolled a perception. I don't know, 5.
19.
9.
Oh man.
Dorian and Acacia, you notice that as the water is rising and falling and crashing against the outcrops, you can see that there's a number of small cave holes that are dotted along some of the higher parts of the cliff line, and the lake water's flowing in and out of.
Hey Garrett, do you know anything about the caves over there?
Well, I mean, this is where the waters feed in from the sea into the underground rivers. Some say that some of it even comes from the Nail Mountains themselves, and they all converge down here into the Triskele. Blessed be her name. Triskele is the symbol of one of the gods of Nemos, specifically the goddess of life. As for what's in there, I mean, water and fish, one presumes.
Yeah, Dorian just seems curious.
Yeah, water and fish, but plenty to explore.
You travel for the rest of the afternoon. You near the end of the lake before you head further along. The horizon is bathed in the warm oranges and purples of the setting sun behind you, slowly covering the path before you in the glow of dusk.
I'm still going.
It's more, is it? Like,
Go on,
you have to
stand
like
on-
hold it
hold on,
like that.
You can see
How you hold reins.
sort of
Like a
behind
way
you
to do it.
lights coming on, like very, very far distance, like there's real sort of like the light pollution from where Morton is. Further down sort of past where the lake is, you can see the spires of Tauron lighting, and you can see just in the very, very distance a small lighthouse ignited.
Okay.
Sort of on the horizon. But these are all a ways off, and your horses are beginning to slow. You have been going for a while now.
Don't want to push Ripples too hard.
Rest will be needed soon. So where you are, you have a number of choices, if you so wish. You are currently effectively by the shoreline of a lake. You're on a road, or something else, a choice.
How exposed is the shoreline?
It's almost like a small bay.
Okay.
It's a really odd lake because it is more like, in terms of the
Waves.
waves, that's the word, yes. They are more like, as I say, a sea rather than a lake. So it's quite turbulent. But there is a small bay that you can see enclosed. It sort of heads down, rocky shore outline above it.
Might be a good place.
Yeah.
You can't be attacked by the lake. Presumably.
Unless there are lake
Don't say
monsters.
that.
Lake monsters always are.
But logically, yes, we would
Yes.
camp out the lake. It's a good idea. Should we?
Because I presume it's not. We can't press on to town.
You could, but
Riding through that entire night.
you'd be riding through the entire night and most of the afternoon.
Oh, it's a long,
Horses
long way.
need rest.
Yeah,
Let's take a
it's still, you're about a day into a day
I'll go
into
tired.
2 days ride.
I guess tired.
Ripples is tired.
Yeah.
Saffronio's tired.
And you're
I'm always
probably
tired, but
You're probably
I'm
already asleep in
ready
the
for a
saddle.
nap.
We all agree that he's not taking a watch.
He's not taking much
You're
ever again.
very unkind. But well informed.
So you set up camp on the beach. Water laps up against the rocky shoreline as you have settled into not quite a wind tunnel, but you're trying to get the protection from the little semblance of the wind that is coming down upon you. You set up camps, you release bedrolls. It's not a sandy beach, but it's not like a jagged rock beach. It's pebbly. So it's not uncomfortable, but you would double layer basically in order to get some semblance of comfort as you settle down for the evening. Is there anything in particular that anyone would like to do during this night?
Are we all about to get ready for bed, or are we sort of eating and chatting?
Yeah, I'm going to have some food. I'll have some wine with you.
Social time.
Yeah. He's sleeping on. He's sleeping.
He's falling asleep already. Do you have your pipe?
So I look over, and you see Dorian's sort of looked over at you a few times in the day. So, could you explain to me exactly what it is you do with these herbs?
Well, yes. I'm still trying to figure it all out, you see. Like I mentioned before, the intention was never to stumble across this discovery. But essentially, what I've discovered is that by taking certain things that I've foraged from nature, and then manipulating them in such a way by heating them up, turning them into a tea, consuming them with the right mixture of things together, I've been able to open up some kind of doorway between our reality and another one.
Isn't that dangerous?
Well, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it can be quite frightening, but it seems that whatever it is that's on the other side, they seem interested enough in me to grant me their strength when we have these battles and things like that. You see, it's very, very puzzling. I'm still in the process of trying to figure it all out, you see.
So these things you are seeing, they don't seem to have any negative effects to you. They simply grant you your strength.
Oh no, they have. I mean, I've lost my memories from when I was very small. Could be quite forgetful sometimes.
Could also be age.
I mean, potentially, yes. But I'm still going through the experimental stage of it, I suppose. But yes, the gifts that I'm bestowed by these things that come and see me through these doorways that seem to be opened up, they seem to want me to fight on, as when the moment arises.
Presumably they're on your side.
Well, I think so. Yes. Sometimes they can be a bit frightening. Sometimes they can be a bit puzzling. Sometimes they can be quite funny.
Do they talk to you?
No. They sort of they suggest things. They move in certain ways. There are utterances that I try and decipher. They don't talk. They're not like, "Hello, Gideon, nice to see you again." It's more subtle.
Do they communicate?
Yes.
Absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. Well, yes, it is. I'm going on this journey, trying to establish what's going on with it. So yes.
Commend you.
No, yes, thank you.
And the strength is from them, not the potions.
No.
The potions open the door so you can get the strength from them.
Well, I don't get it. They just give it to me. It's all very curious.
So
That's
you
big
have
bad.
no magic of your own.
No.
You make these potions so you're able to communicate with them,
I call it the magic of nature.
but you don't put any magic into nature.
No, I don't know how to wield magic.
That's good.
Is it? Maybe magic would help. No, I wouldn't want to mess about with that sort of thing. I think I'm gonna keep muddling through, but yes, for the most part, it's been absolutely fascinating.
Magic and nature don't mix.
No, I think you're right. Actually.
But what makes you say that?
Let's just say it's past experience.
Oh, go on. Has that got anything to do with your curious little whip? I've been desperately keen to find out
If we're
about.
talking about not mixing magic and nature.
Dorian shifts uncomfortably at that and then covers the whip.
Oh, come on. We all know what it is. Why don't you tell us? I've shared my little, well, not secret. I've shared my experience with you. Why don't you share yours with us? You seem like a particularly nice fellow. I'm not too worried about it. It's just very strange.
I top your wine now.
I'm not ready to. I haven't spoken to anyone about. I haven't spoken to anyone about my whip or where it's come from, ever. I will tell you that nearly a decade ago, I was part of a pretty famous traveling carnival, the Great Kincaid Carnival. It was mainly famous in the Benary Union, so you may not know it round here, but
Rings a bell.
we told many stories. We traveled up north, into the south, and sometimes into Nemass, but not often. Mainly in the Benary itself, and well, there were over 100 of us in that carnival, and it was an amazing time, and we entertained many people.
Is the carnival still going now?
No, it's not.
I see.
Anyway, it was a long time ago, and nothing lasts forever. And unfortunately, I'm all that remains of the Kincaid clan.
Well, that's terribly sad.
Let's hand you the rest of the bottle.
Yeah, he does take a long drink.
Well, what happened?
The caravan was... We had nearly 24 of them before they were all lost. Suffice to say, they were lost in a great fire, along with my parents, and my wife and my daughter.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I've tried to find some meaning for living ever since. And here I am with you people.
Well, hopefully we can help you find some meaning.
All I would want to do is forge a legacy that can honor that name. One day I hope that, and I pull out some of my tomes, that I can write something of note that can go to the scholars Athenium and be remembered there.
Tales of your clan?
Yeah. Tales of my clan and something significant to remember them by, not the way that it ended.
Yes, it's very difficult to focus on anything other than things as terribly sad as that. But there are many things you can think back on. would probably supersede that.
Yeah. Although, I have to admit, the last moments outweigh everything that came before it. Anyway, I don't really want to talk about this now.
Yes.
And Dorian just shifts. He seems very uncomfortable talking about it. But suffice to say, we were great performers back in the day.
Well,
Told many tales. Kinclade's name will be famous again, for the right reasons. As he says that, or as I say that, you see the whip. It's like quivering to the coat. Dorian's like uncomfortable, and he like actually takes the weapon belt off, but tries to style it out that I was going to do that anyway. But yeah, and then he puts it down. Doesn't say anything, just staring into the fire.
Very well. Well, I suggest that maybe we get some rest, because we've got a big ride ahead of us tomorrow. And perhaps you rest up first, my good man. I'll take first watch, but I think we do it in pairs. So perhaps me and you, Gideon, will take the first watch. You guys rest up, and then we'll reconvene in a moment so we can look after each other and make sure nobody falls asleep on the watch.
yes.
I can imagine we all just look at you at that point.
Make sure no one falls asleep on the watch.
You, Garrett, you rest up as much as you want. We are ultimately here to provide a professional service. You rest up and take it easy. We will take the watches.
Should we have a spot of the wine?
Yes, of course.
Marvelous.
Yeah, Dorian uncomfortably goes to sleep. Yeah.
I also suggest to you, or I'll suggest to the group. I also think we should split the horses in twos. Put one edge of the camp, one closer to the river, so if anything, they will make a fuss should anything come to get us.
You're saying use the horses as bait?
Yes. They will run off. They'll be very speedy if anything scary comes, but at least they'll make a noise.
It might be
That'll give us a bit more warning than we had last time, eh? I'm fond of Chloe, but I'd rather she make noise and run off than we get bitten by wolves.
Might be a good alarm system. We can put Ripple nearer to us if you wish.
Going quite attached.
Yes.
I'm not suggesting we use them as bait. I just imagine they'll go like, if anything comes near, and we can.
Just think from a logistics point of view, you'd have the horses tied up so they don't bolt away in the middle of the night because we need to ride them. So if they're then tied up, they're going to be trapped if anything does come at them.
So if we tie, we'll still tie them to a tree or something, but they'll make some noise.
Okay. I don't want them to be eaten, James.
They won't be eaten. If anything comes to try and eat them, I'll shoot it.
I feel
But
like-
at least I'll be able to know which direction it's coming from, so I can shoot in said direction.
In most smart circumstances, they usually tie the horses in an incredibly safe place so they don't get hurt or eaten or dead, because they're also very vital to us for travelling. If we lose them, it's going to take us much longer to get to Arcport.
Any other suggestions?
I don't know what to do with the horses.
Dorian is actively trying to sleep at this point. He's gone very quiet, so I'm not participating
We'll be fine.
in this
We'll be
in
fine.
this-
We'll be fine.
We'll take the first watch.
It'll all be fine.
It'll be absolutely
Fine.
When you say about effectively using them as bait.
No, I never said use them as bait.
Effectively using them as bait. You look over at Garrett and he's just like,
Yeah, he loves horses, doesn't he? This is like his livelihood, his life.
we'll tie the horses up by the cliff edge. I've got some batons, we can jam them in and tie them up around that, but we'll put them all in one area near us.
Oh yeah, I'm not suggesting we put them in the woods. Just suggesting we split them so they can make noise either side.
I have to agree with Ms. Bardi here. This is certainly a bad idea if we are intending to get to Arcport in a reasonable amount of time.
That makes sense. Let's put them all together.
Very upset by the whole idea of splitting the horses and just letting them wander about and maybe get eaten.
Tie them to a tree.
I'm gonna go to sleep at this point, but I don't have Valtor. She's watching the water looking for fishies.
So you two are on watch. Where are the horses going to be? We've only got 2 horses for 5, so a representative example.
You said Garrett wanted to put them by the cliff.
Yeah.
Which is where?
Yeah, by this one.
Horses. They've got their backs to the cliff, so nothing can sneak up on them.
It's fine.
Is there anything that either of you two would like to do during your watch?
Well, I think one of us should watch the water, and one of us should watch this entrance, this valley entrance,
Yes.
just so we can cover all bases.
Yes.
If anything happens, shout loudly.
I will take the entrance to the camp.
And every 10 minutes, we'll rotate to make sure we're both awake, okay?
Yes. I will stand up on my feet to avoid falling asleep.
Very well.
As with that. Ready to go. Yeah.
So, we
I
do
really
that?
believe your character could fall asleep on his feet.
Yeah, 100%. Leaning on the axe.
I'll watch the water.
Yeesh.
And this is where you are.
I mean, I'm closer to the water than you are.
I know.
Using me as bait!
You can move your bedroll.
No, because Victoria wanted to watch the fishies.
Go to sleep.
Could you both make a perception check for me, please?
I can't, I'm asleep.
You were disadvantaged then.
A 14.
That's better.
And is this roughly where you are at the moment? You're looking.
Oh
at
no, sorry, an 8.
An 8.
An 8. Forgive me.
A few hours pass. The tide, the waves have become calmer, dying down from their daytime activity. A soothing background to your watch.
So you're saying that there's very
Calming.
calming
Gentle.
ocean noises.
Have you ghillie suited up?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm full of pebbles. No, I've got my night vision goggles on. I'm just watching the water.
Your watch proceeds uninterrupted.
Get in. Staying awake the whole time.
Do you rotate round?
Yeah, we do our little rotations.
Yes.
As I suggested.
I'm going to go over to you. Kick you awake. Hello!
It's
Time to swap.
Oh wait, are we
awake.
rotating around the camp? Or are we doing our full rotation now? Have we done it for 2
we're
hours?
Your watch has ended.
Oh, so we're going to sleep now. Oh, marvellous. Cheers. Sleep well.
Well done. Goodbye.
I'll go wake up Dorian. And you can...
You're kicking me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello, good man.
Where?
turn.
Like in my leg? The head?
do the same rotation
Yeah, fair.
system as you two.
Everyone stays awake.
Yep.
You don't have an early warning system.
You didn't even go to your bed.
Collapse.
Like, are you in your bed?
No, don't disturb me, please.
Arcport is still like prowling along the water looking for fish.
She's looking for fishies.
Hope that's all she finds.
You do occasionally notice her wander over to the horses to mess around with them, but you get her, you like leave them alone, let them sleep.
Ripples is tired.
She continues to prowl around the shore edge. Anything else that either of you would want to do?
No, I imagine we'll do the same swap every 10 minutes.
Sure. Could you both make a perception check for me, please?
21.
21? Okay. 1?
Yep.
That horse alarm went off.
Wow!
You are far too distracted by...
I'm watching Arctoria.
Yeah. Could you...
That's all right, nothing could
My
possibly
bed's
come
over.
out of the water anyway, could it?
Could you place yourselves as to where you feel like you would be around about halfway through your watch? So you've been rotating round at
All right.
intervals.
On a 4 to 6, I'm looking at the water
Yeah.
at this point.
Sure.
I am
Yeah.
I am where I am.
I'm sat next to Arctoria.
Okay. The water is slowly lapping up towards you.
At least me.
Yeah.
You can see out just off the shoreline. Because you are an elf, you do have dark.
With my elven eyes.
You can see what look like 2 rocks bobbing up and down.
Have they always been there?
Make a intelligence.
I'll have you know. Oh, God.
Really are just looking at that.
I rolled another 1!
Wow.
Get rid of the ones now, it's fine.
My intelligence is...
I'm telling you now, you have no idea if they've been there before or not. They're rocks.
Can I roll for Arctoria noticing?
No.
Darn it!
These rocks are bobbing along.
Do I notice if they're moving?
These rocks don't really move in the water, do they?
Could you make a perception check for me, please?
Do they?
You know, famously.
Oh my God, are you kidding? Is that 3 ones in a row? What's happening?
Ow! Ow!
I got new dice and everything.
Very special.
The delicate bubbling
La
of
la la
water.
la la. What a nice, lovely evening.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those waves. Aren't they nice and relaxing?
not good,
I'm
is it?
so glad nothing bad's happening to us.
It's not good, is it?
The delicate bubbling of water is replaced by a crashing of water.
Do I notice anything suspicious about the crashing?
Yes, two huge figures leap out of the water
Wow, troll time!
as two hulking blue trolls.
Do I notice them now?
Make a deception check. Roll a 1. I'd be very impressed.
Oh, you do that much better.
Did you roll a 1?
A 2.
I mean, it's 100% improvement.
Wow.
Wow.
Dark, slimy blue skin glistens in the
What?
firelight as they bound towards.
Oh, isn't that really weird? Maybe I'm seeing things.
Yeah,
Maybe I need to go
for
to
a moment
sleep.
you sit and you just kind of go, oh, God's alive! You will be surprised. You hear the splash.
Oh, thank goodness.
Could you roll an initiative? Could you both roll initiative for me, please?
Okay.
I will.
Initiative, you say?
Initiative says I.
That's better.
Well, that I do manage to get a 20 on.
Okay, you will be surprised. What did you roll?
22.
You will act before the trolls.
Oh, that's
You'll roll
big.
for your initiatives in the next session. So, the trolls have snuck up on you thanks to that nonsense of dice rolling. That was impressive.
Well, if there's anything I aim to do, it's to impress, whether it's good or bad.
Well, it
Who cares?
was certainly something.
Ah.
So, we will find out what happens when the trolls attack in the next session. So, until that time comes, thank you very much for joining us,